Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this video we'll be doing as for revision exercises. This is basically to prepare you for your final exams. These questions are extracted from a school's revision exercise. So if your school is similar, then why not? Just let's get started. So the first question is about law of indices, and the second one is a change of subject. So let's start with the indices first. Indices basically means like you have to simplify all the unknowns powers, but first step is to give the power outside of the bracket to the inside one. For example, there is a bracket and then there are powers for everything. So if there's something unknowns inside and then there's a power outside, what you do is basically make their powers times with each other. Make their powers times with each other, and then downside as well, we have a -2 times -4, b -3 times -4, like that. And I don't suggest you to do calculation in hard. Instead, just do it with calculators. Like the first one, -1 times 2. Oops, so it will be -2, so you also write that. A -2, b -6, and then a 8. Just click calculator. You can always stop the video if it's too fast. How about the next step? We have given all the powers from the outside brackets to inside. So the next step will be to see if any of the power is negative. For example, this one, -2 is negative, right? So what we do is, if any power is negative, just change its position, like split it. If something is on the above, then you move it to the below side. For example, this will be like, now A2 is downside, B6 is also downside. There is no more negative sign that we used to have. Okay, you can eliminate the negative power if you remove something from up to down or something from down to up. How about the other two, A8 and A12? They are not changed, right? And B12 is not changed. So anything left on the upside? If nothing is left, please write 1 because it has a meaning. It's 1 over everything. If nothing is left on the denominator means the downside, then you don't have to write. But then if it's on the numerator, the upside, then you have to. How about next? It's still not yet simplified because we have a square here and a8 here. What we can do with them is, because they all are positive and they are on one side, like they both are on the denominator, then what we can do is add their powers up. So it will be a2 plus 8 and b6 plus 12 similarly. And then a2 plus 8 is a10, b18. We always use calculator if you're not clear. Okay, even for 6 plus 12, it looks easy, but then you still have to click it so that you don't get confused. Okay, let's continue. Nothing else to do with this question. It's already all positive. So next one, it's about changing the subjects to y. At first it was none, right? Subject means moving the one you have to find on on one side and the rest of the things on the other side. How we do for this question is basically imagine there is a over 1 here because it has no meaning, so you can just write it. So now what you have is fraction line on the left side and fraction line on the right side. If there are fraction lines on both sides, what you can do is a cross method. Cross method means moving the downside to the upside. How you move it is, move this 1 to that side, x plus 3 y, and then moving this 6 to the other side as well, 2x plus 1. Now remember to add the bracket with the one that have more than one nomial. So for now, next step is do the rainbow method. 6 times 2, just click calculators no matter what you have. So 6 times 2, you get 12. So you also write 12x, remember there's an x, and then plus 6 equals to x plus 3y. And because you have to make the y as the subject, so just put y on one side and the rest of the things on the other side. So 12x minus x plus 6. What is 12x minus x? Yes, you have 12 apples, you have 8 ones, so yes, 11 is left, plus 6 equals to 3y. Now there's a 3 stuck to y. What it means is 3 times y. And if you want to remove this 3 because it's multiplied to the other side, you will have to divide it. Divide on both sides. So this side is cancelled. It's just left with y. So that's for this video. We'll continue in the next part. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum everyone.